be live, Paul.
Yep, you just popped up. We're live from Port Huron. All right. And let's go to your channel and pull up everything. What? You just came in, stupid, and I give you a treat.
The day before the day.
Live from Port Huron. What? Oh, I want something in my lap.
Who's going to be first today?
Okay. It's going to be a tough one. It's been tough lately. You never know who's going to be on here first. Okay, let me see. Well, Lynn don't get up this early, so.
No, she's been really tired.
Yeah.
The
We see. I'm trying
knocking her out.
to control my mouse here, and Gracie keeps bumping my hand.
Newfound drones, Bill.
Hey, that's an unusual one. As I said, you can't depend on it lately, so. Good morning, Bill. You're first this morning. It's supposed to be a hot one here today, so see what happens. Come on, Gracie. I go put my hand on the mouse to do something, and she puts her paw on top of me. And, yeah.
Gracie.
Yeah, she wants the attention. Don't pay attention to that mouse. Give me a hand for the pet
me the attention. Yeah. I'm just playing around over here a minute, Paul.
Yeah, went to bed last night. It was a little bit warm, so I put the air on, but I just put it on for an hour. Like there's a timer on it. Had the fan on. Yeah, I actually slept good last night. I think I only got up once in the middle of the night, but oh, and Wayne B is in the chat this morning too. Good morning there, Wayne B.
Good morning, Wayne.
You ready for all the heat today? Gonna be a warm one.
I guess it's really, really bad over in the UK. In Europe, everywhere.
Yeah. I don't think they're used to that kind of heat though in Europe. I know it gets warm over there, but not as hot as what it normally is. It said people are dying and everything else over there because of the heat. And good morning, Marshall. Hey, he's there already this morning. That's 5 o'clock in the morning there for Marshall. You should be sleeping there. You doing night flying last night, Paul? Or?
Yeah, I did. That's what I'm just finishing up right now.
Yeah, Wayne says it's going to be 33 today. Yeah, she's going to be a warm one. That's for definitely sure. Supposed to feel like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So 102, I think. I'm not sure. I'm great you'll let me bring it up. Yeah, I'm going to say, I thought it was pretty early for you there, 5:06 in the morning. You should be sleeping there, Marshall. Gosh, I wouldn't want to get up 5 o'clock unless I had a job to go to, maybe, but that's about it. Down at my friends last night out in the country, they're having the coffee, and geez, it was just perfect out. No wind. It was beautiful out. Should have took a drone with me or something, but Yeah, it's supposed to feel like 102, and then tonight, oh wow, it's going to feel like 97, but overnight still it's not going to fall below 79, like for feel like temperature. I mean, the winds ain't bad, but it should be. Too bad that dumpster was there. I could have went and flown it this morning. That house, I can't do it till. Yeah. You got a dull day there, have you, Bill? Bill said it feels like it's 9 o'clock at night there right now. It's so dull out right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Just give me a couple minutes and I'll be back to your attention again.
Oh, not a problem. We'll try to keep things going here a little bit. Trying to bring up the weather radar, but it's giving me a hard time. Don't want to do it for some reason. There it goes. Comes up now. Well, it looked like you got some rain coming your way there, I think, there, Bill. Let me see here. Yeah, definitely. You're going to be wet later on today. Yeah, you've got quite the weather coming that way. Where's my share screen? There and there. So, anyways, Bill, you're here in the Newfoundland. Look at that stuff coming towards you. There, look at that. Just going to cover the whole island. It's going to get wet top to bottom. Yep. Yeah. I don't know about you, Bill, but we really need a lot more rain. We had about an inch, I think they said, but it sure wasn't enough, that's for sure. I think you're going to get rained out today, so it won't be too much flying for you. What? You want to go outside? Want to go outside? Yeah, go outside. I don't know if you can see that right there, Paul. The cat. He lays right where you got to walk. He just flops down right in the middle, not over off to the side or anything else like that. He's always got to be right in the middle. Oh, Bill says the rivers are so high there, they're flooding houses there. I guess they don't need any rain there. But hey, Mr. AZ Drone Dude, good morning. Another early riser this morning. A lot of places without water, and our water's too high. Oh. Farmers are saying crops are damaged now, but it need another $1 million rain, whatever that means. But I guess a lot of people are upset down the state there. That guy that killed that shooter at Greenwood Park says everybody calling him a good Samaritan. Oh no, because all these gun control evidence. Because well, he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have, because the rules say that you can't have a gun in the mall and stuff like that. Well, it's a good thing he did.
Yeah, he saved a lot of lives, that's for sure. Because the guy had over 300 rounds of ammunition with him and 3 guns.
Yep.
That's the time when they should be interviewing everybody or try and find everybody that was in that food court and let them publicly thank that guy for being
Yeah,
there.
no. Well, they named him, but he wanted some time to think about it.
Well, he did take a life, so that takes a little bit to get over with too. Traumatic all the way around, no doubt about it.
No squirrels out there in the last 2.5 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to show you one of the ones I did the last night because I think it's interesting. I did this one with the Mini 3 on auto settings. And it was the H. Lee White downbound last evening.
Oh, she was kind of a gray background there, right?
Yeah, the lake is transitioning from different sky. But as you look out there, you can see all the boats and stuff fishing.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
This is all in auto settings.
That's a Mini 3, right?
Mini Pro, yeah. After sunset, was not completely dark. That transition period.
Still pretty clear on the deck and everything.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
I think it turned out fairly well.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Night Train.
Night Train, welcome, welcome. Yep. So I got two more last night. I haven't finished those off because they're kind of dark. I'll give you a preview of them.
Yeah.
Because they are what they are, you know. Let's see.
Marshall
This
was
one-
saying that they had a bad storm there last night and modular home blew right over.
Yeah, this one, Paul, is kind of a funny. The marine traffic called it the Michigan. Well, there's a training ship called the Michigan. And I thought that's what this was, so I put the drone up in the air. This is what I got. It's a damn tug.
Tugboat. Yeah.
But it's cool. Now this is with that. This is with the Pro.
Is that with the Mini Pro?
Yep, that's the Mini Pro. The last one I did with the Nano Plus. This isn't a very long one because it just, but I was able to get down nice and low. You can see the strobes on the bottom of the drone flashing on the reflective safety gear. That's enough of that.
Cool. Huh? Hey, Filipina, good morning.
Good morning, Filipina. How are you doing?
And JD's in the house too this morning.
Yeah. Okay, I'll show you just a little clip of the last one. This is all raw footage. It hasn't been done, just like the last the tug was raw footage as well. Screen share. So I got 3 in a row that just went down through.
Oh yeah. This is the Nano.
This is with the Nano. Yep.
Not many lights in that ship.
No, it's a tug barge that carries cement, I believe. You know, like the powdered form or the liquid. I don't know what it is, but it's cement hauler. But as you can see, I mean, I'm getting a little better at flying with that,
Yep.
but it's still, when I go around the bow, Paul, you can tell that it's hesitating, and I had to switch at some point here into ludicrous mode because I think right about there I did that.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get back around in front. Right in there,
Yeah, you can kind of see where it hesitated. But
ludicrous mode, yep. But I think I'm getting a little better at flying.
oh yeah, a lot better.
But see how it's doing that little bit of stagger dance?
Yeah.
Little left to right, just a smidgen.
It's a lot better than what it used to be.
Yeah, that's with the Autel Nano Plus. Not a lot of light down there. It was completely cloudy covered.
Yeah. No moon, no nothing. Yeah.
Oh, Filipinas having lunch. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, JD, learning how to tango with the Nano Plus. Yes. Yeah, Filipina, I made a mistake. I was looking at marine traffic and it said it was the Michigan, and I thought it was the Michigan, which was a training vessel. And it turned out to be that the Michigan, a tug by the G Tugboat Company. They have several of them. You can always tell their boats, they're all colored the same, the red and the green, and they have a big G on the side of them. But those two, of course, I have not edited or anything. The only one that's posted right now is the first one, Paul. So
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, tomorrow is Paul's big day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Paul turns 66 years old tomorrow. He's having a birthday.
Oh, whoopee. Yeah, I get to be older. All right.
It's all right, Paul. You're appreciated, no matter how old you are.
Yeah, I guess.
Got to remember, you're still younger than dirt because I'm dirt. So 66. Route 66. That's it.
Yeah, Route 66. I was going tomorrow. That's it. Yeah.
Filipina says that's a blessing, Paul.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Bill's wishing you a happy birthday, Paul. Yep. But as you know, Paul, as we start to get older, it's just another day.
Wayne says, yeah, he beat me by a few months. Oh, there was something we have in common, right? Born the same year again. Thanks, Filipina, everybody.
Now do you have a couple of aerials you got to do, or?
Well, I got one Probably tomorrow. Depends. I might swing by there in a little while later on, see if
See
that
if-
dump is gone. If it's a good day, then I'm gonna go fly it.
Yeah,
But
as long as there isn't a whole bunch of crap, but you're good at removing small amounts of crap.
yeah,
But
yeah. Well, it just said there's a big dumpster in the driveway, right? So he don't
you can
want
probably
pictures.
make that go away too.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be gone there today sometime. I'm not sure when. So, but then I got one next week in West Lawn. Apparently, I don't know. I don't have an address. Don't have nothing. So
The realtor just kind of made a reservation, did they?
yeah, yeah. Well, he wanted to know if I'd go out to West Lawn to do it. Well, I went all the way out to Muirkirk. So
Curtis says, congrats, Paul, on making another revolution around the sun.
the sun. Yeah. Thanks, Curtis. Yeah.
I just saw that I was scrambling here this morning and that didn't bring up the river cam. Let me see if I can rectify that. This computer over here that runs that screen
Yeah. Yeah.
is slower than dirt, but
But nothing there right now. So got a lot of people out fishing there, but where's marine traffic? See if there's anything exciting coming down today.
one of these days I'm gonna have to take my registration and my insurance, my new registration and insurance card. Well, put it in the truck. It's just sitting here on the desk.
The Federal Sakura coming down bulk carrier. He's up there between Lexington and Blue Water Beach.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching him.
Edward Gott, he's way down in Lake St. Clair, so he'll be a while. Arthur Anderson, head destination Marine City, but he's up at the top of the thumb there.
Yeah, he's carrying stone, I think.
You see what Curtis Dart said, Paul?
No, I'm over here still tuning in the other thing. What'd he say? All right, Curtis bought the Yellow Box Pro. Well, you've spent enough time playing with the Yellow Box. You pretty much are getting acquainted with how it works, why it works, or how it should work. I never felt comfortable, and my frustration level doesn't work well with me.
I came in at, what did you say? Your patience level?
Yeah, we were talking about you, Justin.
What, were you trying to fix something that wasn't working?
No, Curtis Dart bought the Yellow Box Pro, which is the upgraded version of the Yellow Box that I had that I passed on to Curtis.
Right. So what's he doing? Selling me the other one?
I would imagine what he's going to do with it.
Oh, those things are so freaking expensive too.
But it takes a lot of messing around, in my opinion, to get it to work properly. Filipina says hi to Justine.
Oh, Filipina. I think it's a nice system, but I think they're a little overpriced. don't know if I'd pay that much just to live stream. That's a lot of money.
Well, plus you can live stream from your phone, so.
Right.
And Curtis says, yeah, he might sell it. He doesn't know.
I would. I would eat some of the cost of the other one by selling that one.
And then Curtis says, nah, it's easy. Uh-huh. Right, Curtis. That's why you're the wizard and I'm not.
I would sell the other one and eat some of the cost of the new one. How much was that Pro one? That was like 1,200 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think 12 or 1,400.
Yeah, and then the one you bought was what, 900 or 800? Something like that.
Northside Hawk says he's getting on for a therapy session. Yep, we're just all getting ready. We're doing a pre-birthday celebration for Paul Hodges' 66th birthday tomorrow.
Birthday.
Yep,
Yeah, it's tomorrow, guys, not today.
this is the pre-party.
Oh. Oh, that cable I've been waiting for should be in today too.
Oh, during Prime, it was $900, Justin.
Oh,
Hold on, do what?
$900 is what he paid for the Pro during Prime days.
Oh, okay.
They cut it like probably $200 or $300, I would imagine.
Good deal. That's what I'm saying. I would sell the other one, man, and then that thing wouldn't have cost them but a couple $100. Eat the cost of the new one.
Curtis likes to always have a backup. He's like me. He gets attached to his equipment.
I wouldn't label yourself as attached, more of a reseller.
Oh, I don't know. When I sell a drone or pass on something to somebody, I want to know who they are, how they take care of their equipment, and whether they're going to love it as much as I did. Oh, so he got $400 off. Normally it's $1,300.
Oh, wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah, now I understand, Curtis, why you pulled the trigger. That's, 25% off or more.
there it is.
I mean, if you got the money, that's the time to buy stuff, right?
But like you said, Justin, I can't figure out the Prime. I would think right now they'd be doing okay selling stuff, that there's other times when people would have more money, like in this early spring during tax season, or,
That's what I'm saying. It makes more sense. Like, I bet you that their sales on that week would be triple than what it is now. Because people love to blow their tax checks, that's for sure.
yeah.
I remember when I worked at Walmart, people would come in, yeah, I want like 3 of the biggest TVs you got. And 2 weeks later, they'd be bringing 1 or 2 of them back because they had to pay their bills.
Oh, here comes Dominique.
Here we go.
There he is.
Not in the robe
just-
today? All right.
There we go. Just trying out a few different backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
Thought I'd just see what's happening. Yeah.
What was it cold down there? You got a coat on. Yesterday you're wrapped in a robe.
Yeah, I am. I'll just check my weather app and tell you what
course,
What's happening?
you're in the wintertime down there.
Yeah.
Yep. We're,
Justin, how warm is it down there in where you are?
It is 82 right now.
82. Wow.
oh, we got 36.7.
That's Celsius, right?
No, Fahrenheit. I'm doing
Fahrenheit.
it in
Oh,
Fahrenheit for you guys.
Yep.
That is I think it's about 2 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
2
Celsius
degrees
is-
Celsius, 36.7 Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's pretty cool down there then.
Yeah.
Right above freezing.
2.6. 2.6.
Now, Dominic, do you ever get snow or anything, or frost or?
Frost, yes, but snow, I've got to drive an hour
Okay.
to see it. Because there's two really nice snowfields, Mount Hotham and Lake Mountain.
Curtis,
That's
have a
about
good
it.
day. Curtis says he's off to work.
Oh, good luck,
Curtis is out on the West Coast,
Curtis.
northwest.
Mhm.
Curtis was saying you can plug that thing in to make each other for more options. The yellow box, you can plug the two of them
You
together,
can put the two together. Oh, okay.
give you more options. Huh.
Oh, yeah. If you can connect them, then I'd keep both of them if you can connect them together.
I have quite a studio set up then.
If they weren't compatible, like to connect to each other, I would end up selling the other one. But they both work together. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but you seems a lot more buttons to push.
But see, it's not really hard doing the live streaming. It all comes down to your damn internet. Like you can be in a really good area and a really crappy area.
Yeah, that's the key thing. And you know, as Starlink gets better and better now, do you guys have Starlink down there, Dominic?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But as it becomes more and more prevalent, as they get more and more satellites up and everything, I would imagine it's going to be like cell phones. You know, at
Oh,
first there was a
hopefully.
few. Now they're everywhere.
Hopefully, because our internet is sucks basically.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is Starlink. If they can come out with their own version of like a hotspot or something like
Yeah.
that too, that would be a big game changer right there for people.
Well,
that wanna-
and especially if they can shrink it down to a piece of equipment that you could put like on a tripod. If you're out in the field, you just set it up and it.
well, that's what I'm saying, like a hotspot
Yep.
style thing. Yeah, that would really be a game changer for a lot of people. Because
Yeah.
then Curtis could be 10 miles out in the middle of the ocean doing a live stream if you want.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be fun. No, it's
Because
taken us
imagine-
ages. It's taken us ages to get free Wi-Fi in the central business district, and it's pretty average anyway. So, taken us all of 12 or 13 years to finally get some sort of hotspot in the CBD of Melbourne.
Imagine Curtis being able to go out on a boat like 10, 15 miles out in the ocean and do a cool
Oh,
live
that'd be
stream.
great. Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
great live streaming from out there, I tell you. In the middle of a boat.
Looking at the weather report, Paul, it looks like it might be a wet weekend.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know if that's just an Australian term, but we use the term slow as a wet weekend. So
So it was a wet weekend. Okay.
I don't know if that's just an
Yeah,
Australian
I've
term.
never heard that before. Have you, Paul?
What's that?
Slow as a wet weekend.
Slow as a wet weekend, yeah. Nobody doing anything, yeah.
I seem to have educated you guys again.
We need all the education we can get. JD, how you doing?
Up, JD. I stopped at the taco truck yesterday and got some tacos. That was a good lunch.
Did you get the jumbo taco or just the little dinky ones?
No, they don't sell big old ones at the taco truck here. They're just the little tiny ones that are like $1, $1.50 a piece.
Okay.
So you just order like 6 or 8 of them, however many you want. It takes about 6 to 8 for a decent sized meal because they're kind of small. Because they're only
If they're
about 2
anything-
bites.
Yeah, if they're anything like the size we've got down here, yeah, you'd need at least 5 or 6 of them to, fill up on it because we've got some great food trucks down in Melbourne.
Well, Dominic,
genuine-
Justin goes to a place. What's the name of that place, Justin?
You're talking about Chipotle?
Chipotle. They make burritos the size of footballs.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah. And Justin, you eat 1 or 2 of those.
No, I only eat 1 of them, and I barely can finish one.
Okay.
I can't eat 2 of those. That's a lot of food.
Mm.
I'd be so bloated.
They just
No,
had
but,
like, what was it, 2 weeks ago, Justin? They had that hot dog eating competition that they have every year, and them guys are stuffing like 40 hot dogs down.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that on YouTube.
Crazy. Is
Yeah,
that
but-
Nathan, is that Nathan's hot dog, Justin? That does that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't hear about it, but yeah, I know that they do a big thing every year about that.
Well, what was funny about the one this year, Justin, is a protester jumped right in the middle of them while they were all up there on 2 levels, each chowing their hot dogs, holding a sign about some, gun rights or some, whatever. And the number one guy, that Joey, whatever his name is,
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut, grabbed him around the throat and threw him down.
Yeah.
and didn't stop eating. He just kept going.
Oh, wow, I'm going to have to look that up later. Funny.
Yeah, Filipina says British people are lucky with the hot weather in the UK at the moment. They pay a lot of money for this weather, going to Thailand, Vietnam, Grand Canada, Philippines, and all those other southeast locations. They don't have to pay for it. It came to the UK this week because they're talking about 100 to 110 degrees in Europe there.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people complain about weather all over the world, but the most erratic weather patterns by far are in the United States. We have the craziest weather patterns of anywhere in the world. But just the amount of different type of natural disasters we can have. I mean, we can have from volcanoes to tornadoes to hurricanes. I mean, it's just, you name it, we have it somewhere in the United States.
Now, we have 4 seasons in one day.
The weather patterns here are very erratic. But it's just the location of it just happens to be where we're at geographically in the world. That's why they call Florida the lightning capital of the world. The
Oh, it'd be
lightning
lovely
storms
to
here-
see that.
Oh, they're insane here, man. The lightning storms. Now, if you have like a really badass camera that took like 600, 800, 900 frames a second, kind of like the one Ron has, you'd be able to catch some really cool lightning strikes.
Mm.
Paul, you got any signs today?
Quiet so far. Probably
they
when
get-
you expect to be busy, all of a sudden it's going to drop off, do nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. The weather, definitely. Well, Justin, we've been watching the Florida weather ever since we watched the Teeny Martini Bar. And it like, you have like waves of weather and a little bit of rain and all kinds of things happening, within a matter of minutes to hours,
Well, the biggest, scariest thing is when you have a hurricane, because tornadoes can sprout within a hurricane, so you get like double screwed, right?
Yeah.
You get one of those whipping around in a hurricane, it's even worse. And that's what's scary is hurricanes are really scary. I'll tell you what, like the sound of the wind is something else.
Talk about howling, huh?
Oh yeah, it's just nonstop howling.
They also had on the news this morning there was a couple that was having a wedding on Hawaii along the ocean, and a great big 40, 50-foot wave crashed right into the wedding and doused everybody, and
Wow.
it even, along the edge of the water, they had condos, 4-story condos, and it's swept over top of them. It didn't take them out, but there was water coming over the top of those, and
Just a random rogue wave, huh?
yep.
That'll happen, that's for sure. My dad, like I said, when my dad was in the Navy, he used to say, man, he'd be out on the destroyers, he was on a destroyer, and he'd say, man, you'd be sitting out on the deck, all of a sudden you would just see the water 200 feet above you on one side of the ship. And then all of a sudden it was 200 feet below you, like just the up and down motion of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, man, it was a little scary sometimes being out there. He goes, because you just see the huge walls of waves going up and down as you're riding across them.
Pretty quiet this morning, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Not bad.
Everybody's out getting ready for the big day, for your big day tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody's all buy a present.
Yeah, there you
See,
go.
what one do I want? I want Phantom 5. Anybody's interested?
This thing just takes me to, oh my God, I hate you, Google.
What happened?
The Google Maps just took me in a big circle and it brought me right back to the intersection I was just at to tell me to go across the street. What the hell? I could have just turned right. Freaking moron ass GPS. Sometimes Google just shits itself. It'll take you on these stupid, weird directions. Like one day it wanted me to pull off of the main highway, go into a neighborhood, go around in a cul-de-sac and come back out onto the highway. I was like, why are you asking me to do that? I don't understand it.
What are you doing, you goofball? God. I got a cover on the love seat that she likes to get on, Paul.
Yeah.
And it's got 2 cushions that aren't attached that are underneath it. She goes skimming along the side of it, rubbing herself on the cover, flipping the cushions up and down, and putting her head under the cover and flipping around. And what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I found a picture of Lynn's front door, Paul.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot of Amazon packages.
Holy crap, man. Gotta
I
be
drove by
50 packages.
Yeah, I drove by somebody's house the other day and they were ballsy as hell. They had like 30 or 40 boxes for the post office, like the big white boxes that you can get free from the post office.
Oh, yeah.
They had like 30 of them sitting out by their mailbox by the side of the road for the mail to pick up. And their house was probably 100 yards from the road. I was like, dude, anybody could just drive by right now and grab these things and haul ass with them. I was like, I wouldn't trust that at all. I'd be sitting out there waiting for
Well,
the mail.
unless you know, there's a big thing. They prank them. They have them set up so that if you pick it up, all of a sudden they pop open and paint comes out or dust or whatever. And
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but it looked like somebody that was probably running a business from their house and they were shipping stuff out. But it's like, I wouldn't trust that to be out by the road like that. I mean, anybody could just stop by and, you know, in minutes, just a couple of minutes, toss all those in the back of their car and haul ass with them.
Hey, Paul, the squirrel's waiting for you. They're looking for peanuts.
yeah, but you know what? It's been so hot lately, Paul. I have not seen a squirrel.
No kidding.
Well, you said today that your squirrel hasn't been around either.
No, back up.
Well, your squirrels don't come out when it's hot?
I don't think so. They're too spoiled, you know.
Because I see them all the time, even when it's hot outside down here. I had one that was following me down a fence line the other day. I think he was just curious on what I was doing.
Oh yeah, he wanted to know what the hell that great big machine you were carrying was.
Yeah, he was about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet behind me. And I would walk, 5, 10 feet, and then he'd go up the fence a little bit and he'd stare at me. And he'd do it again. So I started making noises at him. I'd see if he'd come to me. Because there's been random times where I've seen videos of people and just a random squirrel decides to make friends with somebody. Like they just jumped on him and let him pet him and everything else. And one guy, that's how he ended up getting one as a pet. The thing was on a little baby squirrel that just ran up to him one day, climbed up on his jacket, and then he showed a video like 2 years later and it was still with him.
No kidding. Yeah, I could see you with a pet squirrel.
Oh, I think a pet squirrel would be awesome.
Well, the other one, you see the videos of where they set up a course in the backyard where they teach the squirrel how to run the course and do different things and go across a tight wire and swing and all kinds of things.
I saw one the other day of a lady picked up a squirrel. The squirrel let her pick it up, and she picked it up, got in her car, and she's like, "Look what I found." The poor little guy was on the side of the road. All of a sudden, it just latched onto her hand and started biting the hell out of her, and she's screaming in her car. She was like, "Oh my God!" And the thing just had a hold of her finger and was biting the living hell out of her. I was like, "Oh my God." That's what happened to Ari from Matt's channel, Ari, that was in Australia.
Yeah.
He stopped, I think one day he was telling us a story about how he stopped and he helped a bird or something that got hit by his car, I think. And he got it in his car and the damn thing started attacking him. He was going to take it to the vet, I think, or something, or some kind of animal shelter and drop it off.
Yeah, you always got to make sure you've got an enclosure for them if you're going to mess with any wild critters.
But yeah, I guess the bird started attacking him in his car. I can't remember the story exactly, but
Well, the thing of it is that, wild animals are used to their own settings where they're comfortable. You take them out of their natural settings and all of a sudden they're going to freak out just like a person,
Right. And then there was one of, I saw a video the other day, a guy was saving a kangaroo. I guess it fell in the water. And a couple of guys grabbed onto it and pulled him up out of the water. And the kangaroo walked away for a minute and then came back and fist pumped the dude. put his fist out to the guy, and the guy fist pumped him, and then the kangaroo took off.
Wow. Oh yeah, the animals aren't as dumb as some people like to make out that they are. Sometimes I think animals are smarter than people. Because some of the things people do,
Some people, anyways.
some people you just shake your head. Why would you think that you could do that?
Well, that's what amazes me about dolphins, man. They are highly intelligent. Just the things I've seen them do is just amazing. And the Navy actually has a whole group of dolphins that they work with that do they go out and hunt mines for them.
Yeah.
Like in the water, they because they're very agile and they can swim around them without triggering them. And they'll go out and they've actually got a whole team of dolphins that are actually U.S. Navy members that train with them. They're considered U.S. Navy members.
Okay, I'll picture just a minute.
And there's been plenty of videos where people have dropped shit in the water and the dolphins went down and grabbed it for them and brought it back up to them. And there's been cases where dolphins have actually protected people in the water from sharks too.
What are you doing today there, Justin? Your meter reading, or are you just doing gas leaks again?
No, meter reading's been over for about a week and a half. It's done until next year.
Oh, okay.
I'm just doing my normal gas survey, gas leaks.
Have you heard any more about them shutting down or anything? Or
Nope, haven't heard nothing yet. So
you guess no news is good news?
that's pretty much what we were told. So if I don't hear anything, then everything by the end of the week, then everything's okay. So, which today is Tuesday, so but I'm off Thursday and Friday. But I'm sure if anything happens, somebody's gonna end up calling me and telling me. So. Okay, I'll just gotta get through tomorrow. Start day weekend. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot going on today. Got a few papers, not much to do. I'm gonna go to the FPU office tomorrow and pick up some more paperwork so I have it on Monday. Oh, there goes a bald eagle.
Hey.
Eagle. Wow.
Mm.
Ah, that's a big son of a bitch. Those are some big birds.
So Paul, what day is your crew having a picnic, you said?
Week today,
1 week.
next Tuesday, and at 1630 hours. So that's what, 4:30 in the afternoon. I guess that'll be my supper.
There you go.
Hold on, what's going on?
The bus crew's having a picnic.
What, at like a park or something?
Is it at a park, Paul?
It's bus drivers appreciation barbecue.
You know, where are you guys doing it at though?
Well, at the bus yard, but it's the one in Elmer, not here in St. Thomas. But it's only 15 minutes away. It's not a big deal.
They're having it at the bus yard, not at a park or anything.
No, bus yard.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of wonder where TJ is. Haven't seen him for a few days. JD said, watering the lawn again. What a treat.
I don't water my lawn when it's not raining. I just let it go brown. Was we have an irrigation system, but I don't know if it, 'cause it runs the water bill up like crazy. I got a freaking letter from the HOA yesterday because my trash cans were out by the side of the road the day after the trash pickup. Like,
Oh, you
my
didn't
God.
pick up your cans quick enough?
Yeah, and they sent a letter with a picture of it. Kiss my ass. All the other things that people do in this neighborhood that are clearly against the violations, and you guys don't do anything about it. You're gonna bitch at me about my trash can.
Well, it sounds to me like you got a neighborhood Karen.
Yep.
Well, see, our HOA isn't actually located in our neighborhood. Like, it's just a company that does multiple properties that's based out of Lakewood. And they send somebody through the neighborhood once a week and they take pictures of violations and stuff. But there's people that break the rules all the time. Like, you're not supposed to have those portable basketball hoops in front of your house, but yet everybody on my street has one but us. Like, damn near every house has one, and they've been out there for over a year and nobody's said anything. At least not that I know of. I don't know if they've gotten any letters about that, but and then there's those kids that were riding up and down the roads on the four-wheelers all the time. Everybody was complaining about that, and they wouldn't do anything about it because the police were saying, well, it's not our jurisdiction because technically those are private roads. And the HOA was like, well, no, they're not our roads, they're public roads. And so they were in this big old thing with the police department over it. And finally, the police chief, he just went in with his guys one day and he started knocking on all the doors of people that had motorcycles and pretty much kind of threatened them, you know, if we catch you out here, we're taking your motorcycle from you and you're going to get a big fine for it. Because the HOA wouldn't do anything about it. And a whole bunch of neighbors are complaining about it because these kids were riding up and down the sidewalks and up and down the road at like 60 miles an hour on these four-wheelers. And there was like 3 or 4 houses that had them that were doing it. And a whole bunch of neighbors complained to the HOA. The HOA wouldn't do nothing about it. They said so then they called the police department and they had a big old thing about that. And the police chief said, or he ended up getting up with his traffic sergeant and a bunch of other cops that deal with that. And they came in the big old convoy one day and started knocking on all the doors of the houses that were being the problem. But we haven't had any issues since then, and that was a couple months ago. So there hasn't been a single four-wheeler out on the road since then. So like I said, people kind of know that's through police departments around here. They don't play around. It's just like Grady says, this ain't California.
Yeah.
They don't mess around. If you're breaking the rules, they're gonna get you for it, no matter what it is. Go to Circle K. Gotta go to the bathroom. Because a lot of people were threatening to call the sheriff when the local police department wouldn't do anything, and I think the police chief was like, "Oh hell no,"
Yeah.
because Grady would have called him, fussed at him for it. And, I don't think he wanted to deal with that, so he decided just to freaking take matters into his own hands. but it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't even bother me if they were riding up and down the road, because they would take off and go out into, like, you know, the fields out on the other side of the street and all that, empty fields, which is fine. But it was just the fact that they were riding up and down the streets at like 60 miles an hour on these things. And then there was a couple of times they almost got hit by people's cars.
That's not good.
No, and that's where everybody was. Nobody was even mad that they were riding them, you know, to get to where they wanted to go.
It was just the reckless driving, right?
Right. The recklessness is what was pissing everybody off. Because there's a lot of little kids that play out on the roads, you know, like my kids go out and play on the sidewalk in the driveway, and they ride their bikes up and down the street right there and everything. So, you know, so is there a lot of other families that have little kids too, because my neighborhood's full of a lot of young families that are like in their 30s, you know, that have 2, 3 little small kids. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I'll run in the store.
Gotta go do a job for a minute. Yeah. Don't check for any leaks.
No, I'm going in to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one thing about being out there on the road. You got to know where your bathroom stops are.
yeah, for sure. Especially when you get older. Wait till you get older and then
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not a lot of fun.
oh, it's about time for another coffee, I think. Yeah.
Now, Paul, when you're doing your own coffee, right?
Yep.
Now, do you use the pods, the little coffee pod things?
Down at the trailer I do. I got a Tassimo.
Uh-huh.
But here it's instant coffee.
Oh, okay.
But you know those water coolers, you know, got the 5-gallon
Yeah.
water jug on. I got one that's got hot water, and that's what I use for my coffee. It's hot all the time. It's just steaming hot, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to boil a kettle or anything. It's always ready.
Now, does it refresh itself all the time too, or do you have to keep putting water in a tank?
I know I get fill the bottle, but you know, I don't drink that much coffee, but maybe.
I was just wondering if, when it keeps it hot, if it evaporates quite easily.
Yeah, not really. No, not that I ever noticed anyway. So
Cool. I've never ever been a coffee drinker, so I don't know.
Oh, you're missing out.
Nah, I tried it when I was a kid and just nope.
No, I've got to have one in the morning and one in the afternoon.
Well, everybody has their own addictions, that's for sure. My addiction has turned to Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
While my other favorite addiction is call me whatever you want, but don't call me late for food.
yeah.
Yep, I like that one.
Yep. Man, it's starting to get a little slow, Paul.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is. Today's what, Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah.
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yep, still Tuesday here.
Yeah, but you're a lot later on Tuesday than we are.
Yeah, it's 11:15 on Tuesday night. So you've still got most of the day left. So because it's what 9:15 about there.
Yeah, 9:14, 9:15. Yep.
Yeah. I must say, looking at behind your screen, Paul, you've got that live stream.
That's
There
St. Clair
was,
River. That's Lake Huron dumps
yeah,
into St. Clair River. Yep.
yeah, yeah. That live a live stream from that area came up on my YouTube recommendations.
Yep. There you go.
I think that's funny. Maybe it's because I'm been watching your stream, or
Oh, I'm sure they watch what you watch, and yep.
yeah, because because I watch your videos, it's obviously just coming up as a recommendation. Then,
Yep. Yeah, a
I
lot
thought
of
that was
people,
hilarious.
all over the world watch that.
I can understand why. It is very soothing.
So, Paul, you got any plans for today? Or you just kind of hanging?
Well, got some laundry to do and some maybe housework, right? So, huh. My sister's in London right now. She says it's pouring rain over there right now.
Really? And just for all of you people around the world, London, Ontario.
Yeah,
Oh, different London.
London. Yeah,
That's the standing joke here. Paul says you got to go to London, and I say, tell the Queen I said hello.
yeah. Funny. The weather here says clear. Go look at the radar. Yeah, it must be just a little blip or something.
Well, there's a Melbourne in Florida, which I think is very interesting. So that's why I always preface when I type in Melbourne, I always put the AU at the end just to tell people it's the Melbourne in Australia.
What you're looking for. Yep.
Yeah. Because I know there's also a West Melbourne over there, and we have a West Melbourne here too. So that's interesting. We've got a West Melbourne, an East Melbourne, a South Melbourne, and a North Melbourne, all around each other. And we've also got Port Melbourne, where all the ships come in.
Huh.
I don't even see anything on radar about rain, but my sister says she didn't see anything on her phone either, but she's at Exeter Road in White Oaks and she says pouring rain.
Interesting.
See nothing on the radar. I even zoomed in
Hmm.
where she is. Huh. She had to take her car in. She had some recalls on it, so they had to
Hmm.
do some work on it.
Hmm.
Shut up. I guess our safety medium is canceled today.
Filipina says the kids in UK will be off from school next week until August. Everything goes expensive, hotels, flights, everything. Huh. It'll all go crazy on the beach. Yeah. All the kids are off school now from, well, the end of June. So the 1st of July till first part of September, they're off for 2 months. So
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
I don't think in Europe they get as long a summer vacation.
yeah.
Yeah, here it's what, about 2.5 months, something like that.
Something like that. 2 months, a little bit more, a little bit less.
Depends what state you're in, I think.
Well, it's good here that because that's our summer. Our summer's December, January, and February, and January is usually the hottest month, and it sometimes backs into February where we get some really hot and humid days. So
Yeah.
going back, you've got young kids going back to school in the middle of a heat wave. So we have the same problems down here at least.
I think they should make summertime around the holidays because shit, that would cover all the holidays right there.
Mm.
Because during
But that'd be-
during Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that, they have like almost 4 weeks off between that and New Year's and Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Mm.
Filipina says they get 6 weeks off. Ours get about 10, I think,
sounds
or
about
more.
right.
4 plus about 2, I think. I think so. Yeah, I think they're off for about 10 weeks here. They get 2
Yeah.
full months. And it's about a week, September the 7th, I think, when we go back. So there's a week there. And if you're in high school, you have exams, you're done before the end of June. So they're about 10 weeks here.
About what they get here. They get about 2.5 months, 2 months and a week somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But then you go right into the holidays right after summer, and then they get all these, week off here, 2 weeks off there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting there. Well, right there about the end of August or first part of September, I'll get to find out, what run I have and what bus I got and all that kind of stuff.
You get a different bus every year?
Show me.
They usually try and keep you with the same bus, but it's hard to say. They shuffle buses around a bit, right? But like my bus is only about 1.5 years old, the one I had this year. But the one before that, it has to be retired now. They can't give me that one because it's too old. But see, my bus was gasoline, and they bought I think 6 or 8 buses gasoline. But anyways, that there's apparently expensive to run, but I can't see it now because diesel's worth more than gasoline is now. But they may take it.
Don't you get better mileage?
Yeah, but see, I had one of the shortest runs. That was the reason they gave me a gas bus, was because it was expensive to run. I only do 30 kilometers a day, right?
Don't you get better mileage with diesel there?
Well, you get better mileage, but nice thing about gas bus, you don't have to plug them in the middle of winter either. So. Diesel ones, if they're not plugged in, some of them times they won't start.
Freeze up, yeah.
I like the bus I had. It was an international. I like the Thomas buses, but there's some Bluebirds. I don't like the Bluebirds at all. I'd refuse to drive one of the Bluebirds. Not comfortable and controls are in the wrong places. I just don't like them.
Well, what I'm amazed at is that they have any school buses at all that do not have air conditioning.
Yeah. Yep. No air conditioning whatsoever.
So I know that down in Florida, all the buses have air conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they do.
Well,
I
really,
I
if you
did-
get down to it, Paul,
I
The
did
only-
see, I did see a newer bus on the hoof the other day though, Paul.
Yeah.
Had a full air conditioning unit on it across the top of it. It was regular, it was a brand new school bus.
but see, well, June is about the hottest month that you're in school bus. September, things are starting to cool down a bit, right?
Yeah,
So you really, yeah. You run the heater a lot more than you would in air conditioning, and then now you got to service them, like, you know, the air conditioning, they let go or whatever. It could be a costly venture. Now the kids just open the windows. They seem to be fine with it without the air conditioning. Tell me parking to go outside again. Hey, frickin' yo-yo. Wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have a cat.
well, guys, what do you think? I think I'm gonna call it a day. Everybody, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again this evening.
Or
And,
tomorrow morning in my case.
Yep, stay safe, stay out of trouble. Until then,
Yep.